Hi, everyone. Hi, Jenna. All right, we still have 2 minutes until go time. We'll let people come in a little late. I look really sunburned in this view. I'm not this sunburned. I look very pink. Okay, so class starts at 5. For those of you that haven't taken my virtual class yet, I do treat it very, very much like a regular class. So with that being said, I alternate between doing the workout with you, but I also come in, check on your form, offer options and challenges as needed. So I encourage you to let me see you on the video. I might occasionally screen share if I find the block is overly complicated. That way, if I'm ahead of you or behind you, you don't have to worry about memorizing your reps. I also don't play music. We got a lot of feedback that you couldn't hear us and it was kind of poor sound quality. So make sure you tune up a playlist and get that ready to go. If at any point, you feel like you really know what you're doing, I encourage you to blare that music and kind of tune me out. Other than that, make sure that you're listening to my voice in terms of cueing, not watching my body, because I might stop working out to make sure I can check the timer, make sure I can check in on you guys, etc. You can always use the chat feature if needed. Okay, so we'll get started in about 60 to 90 seconds. Tonight is primarily a upper body and core workout. So you are going to need a set of weights that you would do upper body work with. Sandy, there is a lot of core tonight, so be prepared to make options, modifications in regards to like bridges, planks, tricep dips, stuff like that for any of the stuff that would require you to be on your belly, okay? Cool. All right, we got a minute, so hang tight and I will demo the warm-up shortly and we'll get going. Again, just like a regular class, I demo first and then I count you down and we begin together. So you don't have to feel like you have to jump in right away. Watch my demo. I'm basically the VVA, the screen in the weight room, and then we'll get going together. All right, 30 seconds here. All righty. Hi, Carrie. Nice to see you. All right, guys. 5 o'clock on the dot, so eyes on me. I might fiddle with my computer and bring it around. My condo is funky. This is basically it. You see my whole home. So I'll have to wiggle it around depending on the block if I'm up or down. So bear with me. But first up, block number 1, eyes on me. I'm going to show you what we have going on first, and then I will count you down and we'll get started together, okay? So our warm-up block tonight is 5 minutes. We are doing everything for time, so you'll listen to me for your timing. We've got a standing alternating Spider-Man, a sumo squat to stand, a crouching down dog, a Y mountain climber with a rotation, and a scorpion. Okay, so eyes on me. That standing Spider-Man is basically an oblique crunch. I love these. Really good for your waistline. Abs tight as you crunch your knee to your elbow. Okay, then we've got a sumo squat to a stand. So my legs are going to be fairly wide. I'm going to squat down, all right? One arm, stand and squeeze my glutes, okay? That crouching down dog, we're gonna start in that high plank position, abs are tight. You'll push your hips back. What I want you to do then is to crouch. So bring your belly to your knee and then right back up. So belly to your knee, right back up. Seeing if you can lengthen and elongate through your back and your hamstrings a little more with each press. Then we've got a Y mountain climber with a rotation. I'm going to show you 2 options here. So you're once again in that high plank. I'm going to bring my left foot to my left hand and twist open. Option, drop that back leg onto the ground. We'll alternate what side we do there. And then we've got a scorpion, which I am really bad at. I don't know why, it's not that complicated, but eyes on me, you're down to the ground, arms out like a T. You're going to lift one leg, twist over, tap your toe onto the floor behind you, and come back. So twist over, tap your toe, and come back. Really good for the hips, okay? So cue up your music, press start on your music right now. We're gonna begin this warm-up together, beginning with that standing alternating Spider-Man in 3, 2, 1, begin right here. This does not need to be fast. In fact, I almost recommend you go as slow as you can. Good. Breathe. Try to really get your hip open so your knee is to the side. Good. We're doing this for a full minute. Keep on working. So it's going to feel kind of long since the warm-up is 5 minutes. Up next, we've got that sumo squat to stand in about 15. Keep working. Good. Sumo squat to stand is coming up in, sorry guys, playing with this stopwatch here, in 3, 2, 1, right here, sumo squat to stand. So wide squat, crouch, arms elevate, stand and squeeze those glutes. Good, wide squat, elevate, stand and squeeze. Really play with your range of motion here. How wide can we get that squat? Keeping your back nice and tall. We're doing this for a minute as well. If anyone has any sort of shoulder restrictions, I don't want you to push your arms up overhead. Just do that wide sumo squat instead. Even though this is the warm-up, your body should be getting warm. Use your breath accordingly. We inhale down. We exhale up. Don't worry if you're going as fast as me, slower than me, etc. We all are different people. We all feel very different. Good. Moving into that crouching down dog in 3, 2, 1. So you're in that high plank, hips back, bring your knees to your belly. Good. Keep moving through that. Just checking the timer here. Good, guys. So high plank, knees to belly. High plank, knees to belly. Moving through this at your own pace. When you bring your knees to your belly, press through your heels to come back up. So knees to belly, press through your heels, raise your hips, make a little extra space between your shoulder blades. If you're feeling really tight or crickety, you can always hang out in that down dog a little longer, pedal those feet. In about 15 seconds, we're going to that wide mountain climber twist. Good. In 3, 2, 1. Bring one foot, so left foot to left hand, twist open. Option to drop that back knee. Otherwise, you can stay elevated. After a good hold, return to that high plank. Switch to the other side. Really sink into those hips for a minute. Twist to open. Breathe. This is another one where you'll get more out of it if you're not rushing it. So I want you to hold it open and hold it in that high plank for at least a count of 3 before switching it up. We're halfway. Our last exercise in our warm-up is that scorpion. My favorite. Breathe. We should be warm, but not struggling yet. On my cue, we're down to our belly for that scorpion. In 3, 2, 1. Right here, down to the floor. Hands out straight by your side, or if you prefer, in a T. And we twist open, tap your leg. What's happening is when you twist open, you're kind of rolling onto that shoulder that's on the ground. So you're opening your chest here as you open your hips. Good. Nice and slow. See if you can tap your toe a little further from your body with each rotation. Maybe roll further up onto that shoulder with each rotation. And breathe. Good, we have 20 seconds left in this warm-up. Before we move on to our first core-centered block of the day. Keep on going. You have 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys. Take a breather, turn down your music so that you can hear my demo, okay? Our first block here is core. We are using the time, so there's no rep. It is all time. It is a 7-minute block. We're doing 2 rounds of each exercise. We've got a reverse crunch, an iso crunch hold, a double crunch, a toe reach, and a cobra. Okay, so eyes on me for the demo, and then we'll begin together. So that reverse crunch, there's a couple options here. Hands down by your hips, and we crunch up and back. You can make this harder by having your hands by your head, okay? And you can always lift your head, neck, and shoulder if you feel like you need a little more support. An iso crunch is just holding the top part of a crunch. So press your tailbone down, belly button in, abs tight, hands by your head or at your chest. I'm gonna crunch up and I'm simply gonna hold it here. So make sure that there's like room for an apple. You should be looking where your wall hits the ceiling, and we simply hold. We'll be doing that in between each exercise, okay? Then we've got a double crunch. You have a challenge option here of adding a weight if you'd like. Otherwise, we are just gonna be knee to nose, extend our legs and our hands out, crunching all the way in and all the way out. Okay, then we've got a toe reach. Again, a challenge option would be to add a weight in your hands as you reach. Otherwise, legs as straight as your hamstrings will allow, tailbone flat, feet flexed. We crunch up and down. A lot we tend to pulse here. I want you to make sure tonight that you're really going that full range of motion up and down. Okay, and then finally, we've got a cobra. That is your, quote, active recovery in between the rounds to stretch open your core. So we'll be back on our stomachs here, hands by our chest, and we come up either all the way or halfway. Just a little stretch for that core, okay? All right, guys, I'm checking to see if we have any questions. Yada, yada, no? All right, guys. Carrie, so great, I can see you now. All right, guys, so this is a 7-minute block. We're doing 2 rounds. I am going to be doing and following along with this with you, but I do have to make sure I can see my timer, so occasionally I might roll over and flip. You keep doing whatever exercise we're doing until I tell you otherwise, okay? Right now, we're gonna start with 30 seconds of that reverse crunch. So I'm giving you a minute here to turn on your music a little louder, get your head in the game. We've got that reverse crunch going in 3, 2, 1. Reverse crunch for 30 seconds. Good. Try not to use too much momentum. If you feel like you're using a ton of momentum, put your hands up back by your ears. Automatically, you'll have to focus a little more on your muscle rather than your momentum. My cue, we're holding that iso crunch. So we just hold the top portion of the crunch in 3, 2, 1. Crunch up and hold. Now you're either looking at your belly button or looking where the wall meets the ceiling. And breathe. We're here for 30 seconds. Then we're going into that double crunch. Make sure your low back is flat. Belly button pulled away from your t-shirt. All right, guys. Double crunch with or without a weight in 3, 2, 1, right here. Extend, crunch in, knee to nose. Extend, crunch in, knee to nose. As you extend, I want you to press through your flexed feet, reach with your fingertips. If you have a weight, you're hugging it right over your knee. Breathe. Halfway, then we're back to that static crunch. 3, 2, 1. Static crunch, crunch up and hold. Excellent, guys. Maybe crunch half an inch taller for the final 15. You got those toe reaches yet? Next. You can always reach your hands forward if you feel like you're clinging on your head. I want you to reach your hands forward, and in doing so, can you crunch up another half an inch? In 3, 2, 1, toe reach, full range of motion here. Reaching for those toes, up and down, tailbone flat on the back. Sometimes you want to bring your butt up, really try to keep those tailbones down. Not only will that make sure you're working your core instead of your hips, but it will instantly become a little harder to reach those toes. With a flat back, those toes automatically are further away. We've got another iso crunch hold in 3, 2, 1, right here. Iso crunch, crunch up. Holding at the top. Again, option to have hands forward and reaching. Low back down, belly button pulling away from my shirt. And breathe. In 10 seconds, you get that core stretch, that cobra, or that upward dog. In 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to stretch it out with that cobra or that upward dog. Belly down, either all the way up or halfway up, just giving that core and that low back a little break. All right, take the time you need here. In about 10 seconds, you're going to meet me on your back again for that reverse crunch. Turn up those tunes if you feel like you know what you're doing. I'm going to show you some more challenge options this time too. We're going into that reverse crunch in 3, in 2, in 1. Right here, reverse crunch up and down. Getting those hips off the ground. Remember, challenge option, hands by your heads. Try to glue your legs together. That will also make it harder, rather than letting your legs fly out to either direction. We've got that iso crunch hold on the other side of this. In 3, 2, 1, iso crunch. So crunch up and hold it. Again, hands can be forward if you want. If you're looking for a challenge tonight, ladies and gentlemen, lift your heels off the ground. Keep them in tabletop, flex those feet. And breathe. We've got that double crunch next, with or without a weight. In 3, 2, 1. Knee to nose, extend. Challenge option is what I'm doing without letting my legs touch the mat. Otherwise, in between each rep, fully rest down on that mat, upper and lower body. Exhale up, inhale back. We've got another iso crunch in 3, 2, 1, iso crunch up. Again, head supported, fingers reaching, legs elevated are your options. And breathe. I want you squeezing your abs like your life depends on it. If you were to get punched in the gut right now, nothing would happen. Rock solid. Push your low back down. Not even a credit card can be slid under that low back. Going into that toe reach in 3, 2, 1, toe reach. Right here, again, make sure your pelvis, your low back is down. You'll see my hamstrings are pretty tight. It's hard for me to reach my toes with my low back staying flat. And that's okay. That's why it's called a toe reach, not a toe touch. Exhale up, inhale down. We've got one more iso crunch hold on the other side. In 3, 2, 1. Crunch it up and hold it. Remember your options. Highest, tightest crunch hold yet. Good, guys, breathe. 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys, take that cobra stretch if you need it. Shimmy it out, and I'm going to cue up your next round. Vlog number 2 is all upper body strength. So if you have a set of dumbbells or soup cans, water bottles, wine bottles, tequila bottles, whatever you got in the house lying around, you are going to need it here. It is a fairly lengthy block. We've got 12 minutes on the clock. Our goal is going to be to do 3 rounds through total, okay, with a descending rep count. Now, we're following a similar pattern than as the block we just did, where one exercise is kind of going to be recurrent. So we have 3 different types of push-ups. The rep count is going to descend, and then we've got some upper body work for our shoulders, biceps, and back. So right now, you'll need that set of weights. Handy. I've got mine right here. All right, here are the exercises. Eyes on me, and then I'll start the clock and we'll begin together. So we've got a push-up. Starting in that high plank position, abs are tight, heels press back. You inhale down, you exhale up. Option would be if you have a bench, a couch, a chair, something like that, use it. for your push-up or drop to your knees. All right, I'll tell you right now, the rep counts tonight are high. I myself, my upper body is already sore, so I'll definitely be doing the higher rep counts either off my ottoman or off my couch or on my knees, and that's totally fine, okay? Then we've got a hip hinge low row. Grabbing those weights, hinge your hips back. My back is flat. I can balance a coffee cup on it. Bringing my elbows behind me, squeezing my upper back, all right? Rep counts are high, ladies and gentlemen. 15 reps of everything here, except for the push-ups, which will go down and rep each round, but 15 reps of everything. Next push-up is a tricep push-up. So, kind of like yoga, high plank, but this time my elbows hug my body and press up. So my elbows kiss my waistline and press up. Again, knees are an option, bench is an option, etc. Then I've got an upright row. Again, 15 reps, slight bend in your knees. Make sure your palms always face the inside of your body, okay? So there's no flipping at the top. And finally, the last version of our push-ups is a hand release push-up. This really fires up the core as well. So I'm in that high plank, legs together, abs tight. I come all the way down, lift my hands, squeeze my abs and butt, press back up, okay? An option, once you come down, lift your hands, you can then press up on your knees and pop back in to that high plank on the way down to that next round, okay? Final exercise, bicep curls. Like that in your knees, curl up and down. All right, here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 12-minute block. 15 reps of everything except the push-ups will go down and rep count each round. Round 1, you've got 15 push-ups. Round 2, you've got 10. Round 3, you've got 5. So for me, when we get to the round of 5, I'm gonna try to do everything on my toes, and I'm gonna maybe adapt some of the other ones with the higher rep count. So you decide what works best for you. All right, for the first round of this block, I'm gonna share my screen so that I can make sure you guys know what you're doing and check in on your good form. After we get through one round, I'll jump in with you, and hopefully the understanding is by then you have everything memorized and you're feeling good. All right, we ready to go, guys? Turn on your tunes, blast that music. You've got 15 push-ups your way. Remember all those options in 3, 2, 1, begin. Push-ups here, 15. Now guys, I can't stress this enough. The rounds of 15, this should take a while. If you can do 5 push-ups in a row, I'd rather you do 5, take a break, 5, take a break, 5, take a break, all on your toes, than feeling like you need to rush through this with an easier option just to be done fast. Okay, so don't worry, nobody is in your home watching you. You can take all the time you need with these 15 push-ups. As you go down, inhale, squeeze your belly and your butt. As you press up, exhale, super, super strong, good. Excellent, guys, 15 push-ups, take your breaks as you need. Shake it out. If you are on your knees, make sure your hips are thrust forward towards the ground. After your 15 push-ups, you've got those hip hinge low rows. Nice high reps here tonight. 15 reps. Those of you with lighter weights, I know some of us, our weights are a little lighter than what we're accustomed to using in the studio. So I'm gonna give you an option, either double the rep count, so 15 to 30, or use tempo to make it a little harder. So you can go up and then 3, 2, 1, down. Okay, those are just some options if you are having lighter than usual weights and you want to kick it up a notch. Good, Lauren, perfect flat back. That looks great. Good. Awesome. You too, Jenna. Nice flat back, looking good. Vanessa, push your hips back behind you just a little bit more, like you're trying to touch your butt to the wall. Yeah, there we go. Yes, 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 perfect. Squeeze the little part in between your shoulder blades. After 15 low rows, you've got 15 tricep push-ups. Again, knees, ottoman, chair, bench. Use what you need to make sure that you can do those with good form. Now with a tricep push-up, ladies and gentlemen, your elbow should brush your waistline really, really tight as you go down and back. Excellent. Same breathing mechanics. Good, use your breath. Good, 15 of everything here. Take those breaks as you need. Good, Jenna. Head, neck, spine, all in one straight line. A plank of wood could rest on you. Good. I want you to imagine you're doing that yoga, right? We're going down into that cobra, up into that down dog. So elbows are tight, tight, tight. After your 15 tricep push-ups, you've got 15 of those upright rows. Palms facing in. Again, play with tempo or double the rep counts if you need for those lighter weights. Excellent. Slight bend in your knees for those upright rows and those bicep curls. Good. You're in like an on guard stance. You're really controlled. You're ready. Your whole body is tight and active and aware. Good. Awesome, guys. Form is great. After these 15 upright rows, you've got 15 of those hand release push-ups, followed by 15 bicep curls, and voila, just like that, you will have completed round 1 of block number 2. Good. Some of you going down to those hand release push-ups. Now, here's the most important thing with these hand release push-ups. Make sure when you press up into that high plank, your low back isn't arching down. So lift your tailbone, lift your hips just slightly higher than you might think on the way up. On the way down, you're trying to stay straight and flat. So start in a high plank, abs tight. Now lower to the ground slowly. Good. Lifting your hands at the bottom and press right back up. You want to try to lift and lower in a straight line like a plank of wood. As you get fatigued, that low back might arch a bit. That's totally normal, but be careful. You don't want to overdo it. You want to keep that core tight, those glutes tight, that whole body active. Squeezing your glutes will protect your low back if you end up overarching a little more than you need. After those 15 hand release push-ups, you've got those 15 bicep curls and you're back to the top. Everything is 15 reps in round 2 except for your push-ups, which will go down to 10 reps. Guys, your form is looking awesome, so I am gonna jump in on screen share and join you here. If you get confused, make sure to use that chat button and I will spy on you and help you out. Otherwise, after those 15 bicep curls, jump back into round 2, starting off with 10 push-ups your way. You're on your knees, hips tucked forward, abs and glutes are tight. Good. 15 bicep curls, and back to those 10 push-ups. All the other weights exercises with your weights stay at 15 reps. It's only the push-ups that change. Using your breath, especially for those push-ups. Exhale as you press your body weight up, inhale down. Round 2, 10 reps. Good, those hip hinge low rows, tricep push-ups, and then onto those upright rows. Slight bend in your knees. Abs and glutes are tight. We have 4 minutes left in this block. Let's make it a goal to get through 2 rounds. If you make it to a 3rd round, your push-ups drop to 5 reps. Good breathing when you need to. Grabbing water when you need to. 3 minutes left here. Turn up those tunes if you know what you're doing. If you remember those reps, you got the form down. Again, if you get to round 3, all your push-ups are 5 repetitions, so try to choose your hardest option. I know we're getting tired, that's why you gotta rely on that breath just a little bit more. Weighted exercises always remain at 15. "90 seconds. Good, guys, keep working through. You're in your final 60 seconds here. Maybe you choose one of the versions of the push-ups and practice it to the finish. We get better at what we're not good at, unfortunately, by doing it. Keep working. You still have about 35 seconds left. I'm just gonna make sure I have that next block queued up. We have one more core block and a cardio block to finish out our workout tonight. Taking a breather, resting in 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice work, guys. Grab water. Shake out those shoulders and that chest. All right, we've got another core block tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Same time, 7 minutes, and same structure as that first core block, where we're gonna alternate exercises with one in between. So instead of our iso crunch hold, this block, we're doing a boat pose for our hold. So eyes on me, you'll balance on your tailbone, feet flexed, this is it. So options, you're holding it here. Option 2, arms out to the side. Option 3, straight legs, okay? Each option will make it a little bit more challenging depending on how you feel tonight. Our exercises are as follows. All right, we've got a crunch to a alternating heel touch. Whew. Technology. All right, crunch to an alternating heel touch. So you'll crunch up and you reach towards their opposite, can't talk, heel, keeping that head, neck, and shoulder up. Then we've got a sprinter sit-up. So one hand goes up to that opposite leg, all the way up, all the way down. Option, keep your head, neck, and shoulder down and crunch like so. You don't need to bring your whole back up. Then we've got a leg raise. Option, hands down by your hips as you lift and lower those legs. Otherwise, you can always have your hands up by your head. That will make it harder. Or hold on to something behind you. Make sure you only go down as low as you can with a flat back. So right here, my back is arched. I'm gonna push it down. Nothing is getting underneath. All right, once again, we'll have that cobra break to kind of lengthen and elongate us between our rounds, okay? Plop down to the floor, everybody. Turn on that music. We've got 2 rounds here, 30 seconds of everything, 7 minutes total on our clock. We are going to begin in about 15 seconds with that alternating heel crunch touch. Okay, guys? In 4, 3, 2, 1. Right here, alternating heel touch. Make your heels kind of hard to reach. Abs tight, belly button in, low back down, and breathe. Coming up on our first boat hold, remember your options. In 3, 2, 1. Right here, up to that boat. You're either holding on like so with flexed feet. If you want an optional challenge, try to open 1 or maybe 2 arms out to the side. And breathe. The further out, the harder it will be. Straight in will make it easier. I literally can't do this without some serious shaking. And you want to make sure your low back doesn't arch. You're up nice and tall. 10 seconds, you've got that sprinter sit-up. In 3, 2, 1, sprinter sit-up. Opposite hand, outside that opposite foot. Low back down, abs tight. It's okay to use some momentum here. Gearing up for our second boat pose. Second boat pose in 3, 2, 1, boat pose. Flex your feet. Option again to open your hands. Otherwise, just hold on like so. Don't let your low back collapse. Shoulders down and back. We've got that leg raise coming up. In 3, 2, 1. Right here, leg raise. Hands either down by your waist or up by your head. Only going as low as you can with that nice flat back. Flex your feet, reach through your heels. Inhale down, exhale up. Option to lift your head, neck, and shoulder. We've got 1 more boat pose before you get that little stretch. In 3, 2, 1. Final boat pose of round 1. Let's get it. $15 in, 15 to go. If you want to try to lift those hands for your final 10. Shoulders down and back, abs tight. Maybe even lengthen one leg, then the other leg, then both. In 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Good. Flip on over for that cobra if you need it. Otherwise, just kind of come out of it, flex, wiggle, do the wave, whatever you need to do to loosen up your low back and your abs. All right, in just under 20 seconds, we're gonna go from the top. 1 more round through, starting with that crunch to alternating heel touch. Okay, we go in 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crunch up, alternating heel touch right here. Breathe, be aggressive about your breathing. Coming up on our first boat pose in under 10. In 3, 2, 1, up to that boat pose. You've done it before, you can do it again. Shoulders down and back, puff open that chest, squeeze in that belly. Flex your feet. Good, halfway if you want to try to open one or both arms. Sitting up even taller when you do so. The second you lift off your hands, your back is going to want to collapse. Final 5 if you want to straighten out those legs. Little bit of balance work. We go into that sprinter sit up in 3, 2, 1. Sprinter sit up. Exhale every time you crunch up. Inhale down. Ten seconds away from the next boat pose. 3, 2, 1. Boat pose, second to last one. Shoulders back, belly button in. Option, guys, if this is bothering your back or you're getting fatigued, I want you to trade boat pose out for bridge pose. Holding it like so. Uncomfortable is okay, pain is not. So understand the difference. Understand if you're just being a little grumpy, maybe negative, you just don't feel like it, or if it's actually not right for your body. We're going into your leg raise in 3, 2, 1. Leg raise right here. Remember there's options for hand positions. Only going as low as you can with that low back flat, just like we did with that toe reach, where we made sure our hips didn't lift towards us, thus helping us, making it easier. We've got one more boat pose after this. In 3, 2, 1. Boat pose right here, final one. Breathe, guys. "15 seconds, option to open your arms. Otherwise, hold on tight. Under 10, option to straighten those legs. 3, 2, 1, release. All right, guys, shake out those abs. Take that cobra stretch if you need to. We've got one more block, and this is the block where we're gonna get our heart rate up a little bit, okay? So eyes on me. In the second here, All right, you guys are gonna need an invisible jump rope. So right now, conjure up your invisible jump rope. All right, here's what we got going on. 4 rounds of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of 2 different exercises. The final round, I'm gonna give you an optional challenge, okay? So, that jump rope, here's my imaginary jump rope, isn't it nice? Light on your feet, we're swiveling our wrists and everything. Right here, we just jump rope. Nice and light. I want you to pretend you have angry downstairs neighbors, so we're not kerplunking. Then we've got an iso squat to a punch. So abs are tight, heels face forward, right outside hip width apart. I sit, make sure my chest is up, and I punch. Try not to punch willy-nilly. I want you to choose things in your home to actually be punching, right? Punch the pillow, punch the book. All right, if that's too much with the twist, or if you feel like your low back is sagging in and under, then I just want you to hold that squat and take the punch out of it. That's totally fine. Okay, we've got 4 minutes until the end of our class here. Let's get ready. All right, guys, turn up that music, grab your imaginary jump rope. Final 4 minutes starts with that jump roping in 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Jump rope right here. 4 minutes here. Four rounds through. I'm going to throw in some spice for you. 1 in if you need it. We rest in 3, 2, 1. Rest. Shake it out. Good, guys. Couple seconds. All right, iso squat punch down. Right here. Punch it out. You got it. Keep working, guys. Almost there. We rest in 3, 2, 1. Rest. Shake it out. Back to that jump rope in 3, 2, 1. Jump rope right here, guys. All right, optional challenge for round 2 out of 4 is to skip your rest. In 3, 2, 1, rest if you want it. If you want an extra challenge, keep going for another 10 seconds. Your call, this is your workout. Up next, we have that squat punch in 3, 2, 1. Squat punch option, you just hold that low squat. Breathe. Now, when you punch, you should be feeling a twist in your obliques. Make it big. Optional challenge, again, is going to be to move through the break. Otherwise, rest in 3, 2, 1, rest. If you want an optional challenge, keep going for another 10 seconds. 2 minutes left in class in 3, 2, 1, jump rope right here. Round 3 of 4. We're earning that rest in 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Breathe. Getting ready for that iso squat punch. In 3, 2, 1. Down into that iso squat punch. Now, the punch doesn't need to be fast. I don't want the punch fast if you're up here not in a squat, right? So the priority is in that squat. If you need to take the punch slower, so be it. Rest in 3, 2, 1, rest. Guys, you have 1 minute of class left. Once again, I challenge you to make it through this minute with no breaks. That means 30 seconds of jump ropes instead of 20. Your call. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Right here, 1 minute. In about 10 seconds, if you want that break, you take it. If you're up for that challenge with me, you stay moving through for this final minute of work. If you're resting, rest in 3, 2, 1, rest. Otherwise, keep it up. You look good. I see you. Nice work, Jenna. Woo! Looks like we're all choosing that challenge. We go to that squat punch in 3, 2, 1. Punch it out right here. Final 30 seconds. What are you punching? I'm punching a pillow and a piggy bank. Pillow and a piggy bank. Let's go. If you're resting, you rest in 3, 2, 1. Otherwise, 10 more seconds of class. Let's get it done. Sink half an inch lower. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Guys, awesome job. All right, if you have the time to stay, I want you to stay and stretch it out with me. If you don't have the time, try to find time later, okay? Whew. Lots of upper body tonight, so we're gonna give that some love. All right, shoulders up, one tricep down and back. Make sure you're pushing against it slightly because we did a lot on our chest. We wanna keep that chest open. And breathe. Good job, guys. Put that hand down and reach towards the side, really extending your side body. And then we'll switch sides. So left arm or whatever arm wasn't before is back, reaching down your back. Abs tight. And again, we reach over. Good, guys, let's come in to that plie-like position. Abs are tight, shoulders down and back, really scoop it in. And then with your shoulders down and back, like you're holding a pencil blade behind your shoulder blades, creep forward with a nice flat back. You should feel this a lot in your hips, but also with your low back. Your body will let you, grip your toes and then just kind of collapse over. Really stretching that low back and your hips. Good. All right, guys, we'll do one more and then I'll let you go. You made it through the evening, all right? Starting in that down dog like we did in our warm-up, but you're gonna flow through looking up to the sky. So down dog, then flow through, hips to the mat, chest to the ceiling. Opening up that low back and that core. Let's do 2 more. And final 1. Guys, great job today. Upper body and core. It's fun to have you all in my home. A couple of you I haven't seen yet, so this was fun. Jenna, Carrie, Lauren, thanks for always coming. Vanessa, Sandy. So tomorrow we have class in the morning, 9 a.m. with Coach Maddie, or 5:30 at night again with me. All right, we got some legs tomorrow, so don't worry. Your upper body will get a reprieve. All right, guys, have a good night.
Thank you, Marisa.